Just so you guys know, there's a brand new episode on my podcast, Let's Get Real, the podcast. It's for anyone. Don't forget to check it out. Available on all streaming platforms. New episodes every single Monday. And of course, my book, Mindfulness Through the Stars, is available in Target, Amazon, pretty much anywhere you can find books nationwide. Go check it out. It's a mindfulness guide to becoming a better you through your zodiac sign. Lastly, if you've ever wanted guidance, clarity, or spiritual advice of any kind, Keen is the place for you. With access to thousands of trusted psychics, clairvoyants, tarot readers, and more, Keen is here to help. Use my link in the description to claim 10 minutes of talk time for only $1.99. I'm ready to talk some shit today. If there's one thing I miss about this channel and being on it, it's being able to come on here and talk some shit because it's so much fun. Especially like dissecting reality TV, because I know they're real people, I'm so sorry, but they don't feel like real people. To me, they're like characters, you know? So I like to have fun with it. So anyways, on to what the video is about. I'm sure you saw from the title. Today we're going to be talking about the cast of The Ultimatum, Marry or Move On, a Netflix original. We're going to talk about their zodiac signs. I'm going to guess them. I want you guys to guess with me. And we're just going to like break apart their relationships and see like what I, you know, amateur astrologist thinks about it. It's been a minute since I've been on my channel. I'm trying to figure out what kind of content is best for me. Right now I'm going to keep it to astrology. But I want to try different like elements of astrology and different like fun topics to do with it. Also, before I get into the video, I just quickly want to mention Keen. If you guys like psychics and tarots and clairvoyants, all that stuff, and you're interested in getting a reading of some sort, Keen is super affordable. You can literally get a reading for like $2. You can get like a 10-minute reading for $2. Ask about the love of your life, ask about your future. A lot of questions can get answered in 10 minutes, so check them out. My link is down below for the $2 special, so go ahead and check it out. Anyways, let's talk about the ultimatum today. Okay, so this is how this is gonna work. I have an article that says all their zodiac signs. I have not read it yet, so I hope they're all in there. If they're not, I'm sorry. I don't want to spoil it. I want to react with you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break apart each couple one at a time, guess the sign. I want you guys to guess with me, type it down below or something, and then we're just gonna talk about what their actual signs are. I want to start with like the actual couples that matter, Colby and Madlyn, Mr. Finance, whoever, I forget his name, and April, Jake and April, and Zay and Rae. These two guys we'll talk about at the end, so that if you guys are not interested, you could just click off, because honestly, I barely remember them. I barely remember them. So let's start off strong with Zay and Rae, and then eventually we'll get into her and Jake, because we'll find out his sign after. So Zay and Rae. Rae is definitely like a fun, bubbly personality. She's very giggly. She's able to make fun of herself. She is fiery. She has a strong personality, but she also is like such a softie, but doesn't really admit to that. She had a really hard time showing vulnerability and being open and giving words of affirmation. That part of her was giving like Aquarius energy, but then a lot of other parts of her personality weren't giving Aquarius energy, so I wasn't really sure. I think someone like her, if she's not truly as in love with Zay as she thinks she is, that might be the reason why she can't vocalize how she feels. So I'm guessing something like Aries or Scorpio. But then like also she's so confident. She's very confident, very sexual. That was giving me the Scorpio energy. I think she's a fire sign though. So fire sign, Sag, Aries, Leo. I'm gonna guess Leo, Aries, or Scorpio. She's a Leo. That makes sense. Rae's a Leo. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, now let's get Zay's. Wait, let's guess Zay's. Zay was so toxic. He needs therapy. He needs therapy. He has so much trauma, and all he does is get defensive and deflect and make things about him and walk away from arguments. And he's a lot. He has a lot of trauma. So he's also very emotional, and I'm gonna guess Virgo for Zay. I'm gonna guess Virgo. Okay, it took me a minute to find because he actually wasn't in the article. He's a Virgo. He's a Virgo. I fucking knew it. I know what it's like to be with an unhealed Virgo who has a lot of trauma, unfortunately. And I saw a lot in Zay on the show, like, that I've seen before. And yeah, he's a Virgo. That makes so much sense. It all makes sense. Okay, so Leo and Virgo, that's interesting. Now I see why their fights were like so fiery, because they have like very strong personalities. I see why the passion was there. I see why the sexual chemistry was there, why the fun was there. But I think a lot of their relationship was surface level shit, honestly. Like, I didn't get to witness much of it, but they didn't really seem to have like that love that you crave, that you desire. It just seemed more like, we look good together, we have fun together, we have a lot of sexual attention, and that will fulfill us for now. But then when she had a more fulfilling relationship with Jake, which we'll get into his side eventually when we figure that out, you could see that she became so much more aware of what she had missing. I think her being a Leo, she has like this really strong view of herself, and maybe she's not so comfortable with vulnerability, and that's why she wasn't able to open up to him, even though she felt all this love. I think she knew that it wasn't like the deepest of love, and because of that, that's why she was holding back. I think if she stayed with Jake, or maybe the female she's with now, she'd be a lot more expressive, because it's probably a more genuine love. Zay being a Virgo, he has gone through it. I understand why he is the way he is, but I think what he needs to understand is that he cannot be in a relationship until he heals his trauma. He needs therapy or some really deep shadow work on his own, whatever. I don't know, he needs some help. He's not okay, and he's projecting all of his unhealed traumas onto Rae. He was a terrible communicator, he was a terrible listener, he had a crazy temper. He's not ready for a relationship, and I think that maybe he just wants to be loved so badly because of his abandonment issues, that, you know, his family left him and he was homeless, all these things. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of empathy for him, but I do also think that, like, he shouldn't be in a relationship. Like, it's clearly not the time for this man. He was a horrible communicator with Shanique. He used very strong words. It was just like a very, very, very unevolved Virgo in their element. Like, seeing Zay on TV was honestly quite triggering for me, because I don't know, like, I just seen a lot of unhealed Virgos. For some reason I attract them, like the men and the women, and they project a lot. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That is so interesting. Okay, next let's move on to let's do April and Jake, so we can talk about Jake's sign now. April, I think she's an Aries. I don't know if I'm right, but I just feel like she is an Aries. She is so fiery. She has such a fun, funny, outgoing, loving personality. She gives so much love. She's so emotional, but she's not afraid of it, which is interesting. I thought she was like kind of crazy at first, I won't lie, but she grew on me. She was the only real ass bitch out there. I really fucked with April. She was so real. She was a little crazy going through his phone, doing things like that. Mind you, Jake was not making her feel comfortable. But yeah, she just exuded Aries energy, the confidence, the love, and the jealousy. So let's see what April was. Damn, she's not in the article either. What the hell? Oh my god, guys, we don't have her birthday. Guys, all we know is that she's 23, but we don't have her birthday. What? Hold on, let me do some research. Okay, so I could not find her sign. The closest thing I found was this like video where somebody asked her, the person she had the most fun with, Taurus gang, and she tagged Colby. So I guess we now know that Colby's a Taurus. Sorry, spoiler alert. So because she said Taurus gang, I'm gonna assume she's a Taurus, but we don't really know because it's nowhere else. So we don't know her sign really, but we're gonna go based off of Taurus, because why else would she say Taurus gang, like, unless she's a Taurus too, because it's like gang, you know? I actually would have thought that he might be a Taurus, but I think that he was not as affectionate as a regular Taurus. I didn't see much affection from him. I guess a bit with Rae, but okay, what would I guess for him? He had two personalities. He was also very moody. Part of me thinks Cancer, because I saw the moody side of him with April when he would like be lovey, and then he would just like switch and just like look like he did not want to touch her. The two personalities, he had one with April and one with Rae. I mean, maybe it's just different sides of him being brought out by different women, but like it also gave kind of Gemini energy. For the sake of her being a Taurus and them working for 2 years, I'm gonna guess Cancer, because he had a soft personality, but he had edge to him when you like kind of get to know him on the show. I don't know the man. He was pretty sexual. He was pretty charming. I'm gonna guess Cancer. Let's see. Please tell me he's in the article. Bro, they're saying that we don't know his birthday. Oh my god. Yo, this article sucks. Why? Okay, I just did a lot of research. All I have is that he was born in June 1994. Unfortunately, this one is like hypothetical, but let's say she's a Taurus and he is a Cancer. I see why they could have worked, because a Taurus and Cancer combo is a beautiful balance. They're super compatible. One loves food, one loves to cook. One's super sleepy, one's super affectionate, wants to always cuddle. The other one is just so emotional, and one is like a more neutral, like logical headed person, but still empathetic, you know? So I can see why they could work if the signs that I'm speaking off of are correct. If it gets updated and anybody finds out what their signs are, please drop them in the comments, but please be nice about it. Like, keep in mind, I don't know right now, so I can only speak based off of my guesses. These are guesses, but I really thought she was an Aries. I really did. If she's a Taurus, I'm surprised. I guess that explains why she has such a strong personality, why she's so stubborn. She was able to be logical in arguments. I did notice that. She was emotional, yes, but she didn't speak with emotion all the time. She was logical, which I liked about her. So I guess Taurus makes sense for her. I still would have guessed Aries though. I was like so, in my mind she's still an Aries. Like, look at the red, come on. And then with Jake, I think he's a Gemini or Cancer, so June makes sense. Cancer to me would explain the calm demeanor, why he's so like hot and cold, you know. And yeah, it would explain a lot why he's so moody and mean, because Cancers can get really mean. So yeah, and then Jake with Rae being a Leo, if he's a Cancer, that is very surprising to me that they were so compatible. If he's a Gemini, because again they did say June, that would make more sense to me. I would understand that a lot better. I think Jake and Rae seem to be like soulmates on that show. Like, they just had major like soulmate twin flame type of energy, very compatible, past life type of energy. She is dating a female now, so I hope she's happier. I'm sure she's happier with a female than with him, or with a man in general. But yeah, I think that they were super compatible, and if they ever gave it a shot again, I think there could be a chance for them to make it work. I would be surprised to know that a Leo and a Cancer could be compatible. Let's move on and hope that the next couple is in the article. Madlyn and Colby. Watching them was just horrible. I liked Colby at first. Colby is giving narcissist, gaslighting, manipulative narcissist. But in the beginning, he was giving sweet, wholesome, caring, logical, great communicator Colby. But that's a narcissist for you. They're good at what they do. They're very good at what they do. Yeah, he had a really good act going in the beginning. Madlyn, I'm so sorry. I know Colby wasn't a nice man. I don't want to say they deserve each other, but they deserve each other. From what I saw on TV, Madlyn was not a nice girl. She was a mean girl. She was constantly trying to instigate drama and insecurities into other women, trying to start fights. Like, it was too much. I don't know if the show like paid her extra, like, hey, be a villain, we'll pay you more. I don't know what they did, but she was not a nice girl, and she was always drunk, and whenever she was drunk, she would say too much. Whenever she was having a conversation, she was drunk, and she made no sense. Like, watching her argue, I was embarrassed for her. Very embarrassed for her. She doesn't like Colby. I cannot believe that they are having a baby. I can't believe they got married, engaged. I thought she was gonna say no, because she didn't like him. The whole show, she was like complaining about him, and then she accepted the ring. I was like, wait, what? Colby was a weird guy. I remember this girl, the one that looks like a rectangle, this girl here, she was calling Colby out for being a shitty person, and she looked crazy at the beginning. There's probably some stuff that was edited out that made her look bad and look crazy, you know, like, because me watching her, I was like, oh, she's just mad he doesn't like her and that she doesn't have options, so she's like projecting. But there must be something that has been edited out that paints Colby to be a bad person that maybe they took out, because like, she seemed so set on that. I don't know why, unless she's just, you know, it was just her ego talking. But maybe something happened, because at the beginning he seems so like fucking innocent, and then he just switched up. Anyway, sorry, we're not even talking signs. Okay, what do I think he is? I was gonna say Virgo, but I don't think so. God, Aquarius. No, I'm an Aquarius, so to say that like hurts me. Aquarius. Let me give like 2 or 3. What else would I guess? He was a really good liar. That gives Gemini energy. He really loved Madlyn. He was pretty loyal to Madlyn, I won't lie. Oh, but then again, he had that little club incident that he blamed on her, by the way. What the fuck was that about? Oh, I did it for you. I was gonna cheat on you at 4 o'clock in the morning with the girl from the club for you. You should be sorry. You should be grateful. It's giving narcissism. I think I'm gonna guess Aquarius. And it pains me to say it because I'm an Aqua. Madlyn's insufferable ass. Ugh. God, she was awful to watch. Like, she was just sloppy, you know? Maybe like a Pisces. But she was really cold. Maybe a Capricorn. I could see her being like a Capricorn. What do you guys think they are? Comment, please, before I say it. I want to know. Okay, let's see. Please be in the article. Interesting. Madlyn's a Virgo. Really? Ooh, I'm surprised. Oh, wait. We know what he is. Oh my god. He's a Taurus. We already knew this. I'm so dumb. If you guys were watching me at home being like, bitch, don't you remember April's story about the birthday Taurus gang? Are you guys watching me thinking that this girl's dumb? If so, I'm sorry you had to witness that. I totally forgot. I totally forgot. Oh my god, he's a Taurus and she's a Virgo. Oh, 2 earth signs. Okay, so I was kind of close because I said that she might be a Capricorn. Remember that? Taurus and Virgo? Wow, how did I black that out? That's like kind of concerning. Okay, so Colby being a Taurus. Oh my god. Oh my god, I dealt with a Taurus. They always think they're right. And okay, now, you know what? How did I not even guess that? Him being a Taurus does make sense because the way he was ride or die with the whole, I only like cheated on you for your own benefit. I did it for our love. Like, that's some real Taurus shit, to really look your partner in the face and say it's her fault that you were gonna cheat because you're right. That's a stubborn Taurus for you. So you know what? I'm embarrassed that I didn't guess that because he was stubborn. He was very stubborn, but he was so attached to her. Like, he was just talking about Madlyn the whole freaking time. And Taurus do not like change. They're not the kind of people that get over an ex really quickly. To this day, a Taurus guy that I used to talk to that I met in 2015 is still hitting me up. It's like, come on, like, they don't know how to let go of the past sometimes, and I guarantee you he hits up all the other girls that he talked to because they just have this attachment. So he was very attached to her the whole time. The whole time he was just talking about her, thinking about her. I love Madlyn, and I was like, what? Are we talking about the same girl? Like, is this the same Madlyn? Because she does not seem to be all that. Her being a Virgo, I understand the importance of sex to her now. She really kept talking about sex. I see why it was so easy for her to like enjoy her time with Randall without even thinking about Colby. I see why she was the way she was, sneaky in a way, mean to the girls. Yeah, Virgo makes sense for her. Interesting. Okay, so if April was a Taurus, of course it makes sense that they were like besties because they were the same. And then this girl being kind of on the outs, I mean, like, I don't know what her friendships are like with the girls, but it didn't seem as strong. Maybe with Ray came over and whatever, but yeah, so I guess it makes sense now. Interesting. Okay, Shanique and Randall, the most beautiful couple on the show. Shanique is just so easy to look at. Her face, beautiful. Randall, so handsome. Their relationship was interesting to me. Shanique had an interesting personality. With Zay, she was patient, great at communicating, great at standing her ground, mature. Like, she was great. I watched her interact with Zay and I was so impressed, and I was like, yes, that is how I want to see a black woman being represented on TV. Like, she was just holding her ground. She looked beautiful, elegant, mature, calm, cool, collected. But then the petty came out with this guy. He seemed to bring out the worst in her for some reason. I don't know why, but something about Randall, like, just brought out the worst in her. And, like, honestly, I still think she is the calm, mature person, like, good communicator that she was with Zay. I think she has that in her, of course. It was very clear. But Randall just, I don't know, something something about their energies, they didn't align. Ooh. So yeah, I think Shanique knew her worth. She loved herself. So anyway, sorry, I'm doing the analysis. I want to guess her sign. Let's guess her sign. I think she's a Leo. Why? Because she loves herself. She brought framed photos of herself to place around the apartment. She made the man sleep. She made the 6'2", 6'4" looking man sleep on that little dinky couch while she had the queen size bed to herself. She knows her worth. She loves herself. I think she's a Leo. Randall is more soft, calm, great communicator, great listener. I think he wasn't perfect, of course, but I really liked Randall. I think he's like maybe an earth sign, Capricorn, not a Virgo, maybe Capricorn or Cancer, maybe. Capricorn, Cancer, or Aries, Leo, or Aquarius. Let's see. Damn, I was wrong again. So Randall, Mr. Randall, is a Scorpio. That explains all that sexual chemistry with him and Madlyn now. Interesting. Madlyn being a Virgo, him being a Scorpio. Yeah, that chemistry was, you could see it. Honestly, I thought they were gonna fuck. Like, I really did. She's a Taurus. I was off. I mean, I understand why she always looked on point. She had like that major feminine energy, and she was so like always done up, looking beautiful, not a hair out of place, edges laid, on point at all times. She was really good at standing her ground. So Taurus, yeah, I can see it. Wouldn't have guessed it at all. Taurus and Scorpio, okay, that makes sense. They're opposite signs, so that's why they brought out the worst in each other, but they also had this balance because she had really calm energy. Honestly, they both had really calm energy, but I think he was a little more like fiery. She was, oh my god, sorry, quick side note. Do you guys remember when Colby said she was aggressive? I feel like she cussed him out and they edited it out because she was like, first of all, and then it just cut to the next scene, like the next person talking. And I was like, I wanted to hear what the fuck she had to say, because why is that man calling her aggressive for putting her foot down? I'm sorry if he's used to women that just let him get away with anything like Madlyn. Anyways, back to the topic. Scorpio and Taurus. Okay, cool. It explains why she had such a strong opinion on everything. It explains why she was as jealous as she was, because she was jealous. I forgot about the jealousy when I was guessing her sign. If I had remembered the jealousy, I might have guessed Taurus. I might have said Taurus, Virgo, or Scorpio. Taurus are an extremely jealous sign. They're super, super, super possessive. She was literally trying to get Randall to say bad things about Madlyn to make herself feel better, which is unfortunate, but honestly, we all do some fucked up shit when we're insecure. Her jealousy was bad. Like, I saw it come out a lot, and I felt for her because you could tell it was like kind of taking over. I could see her like fighting with herself that she didn't want to react the way she did, but she just let her emotions take over. So that's like very Taurus of her. Him being a Scorpio, he remained calm, cool, collected for the entirety of the season, and now I know why. Because Scorpios are really good at keeping it together. They can be having an emotional breakdown internally, but sometimes they can actually put up a really good facade and make it seem like everything's okay to avoid appearing to be vulnerable. But he did seem to have a soft side to him, but it just didn't come out as much. I mean, that's the couples. We can quickly talk about these last ones. Miss Rectangle Face and her man. I have no idea. I don't know anything about them, if I'm being honest. So let's just guess. I think she is, what's the most annoying zodiac sign? A Leo. And I think he is, what is the most insignificant zodiac sign? They're all significant. I don't know, fucking Sagittarius? I don't know. I can't even guess. Okay, she's a Scorpio. Honestly, I'd love to say I wouldn't have guessed that, but I really don't know because I do not feel like I paid attention to her much. His sign, like many others, are not on the list. Neither are they. Neither are they. I get Scorpio vibes from her, and I don't know what I get from him. I don't know. Overall, I wish I had more information on their zodiac signs. Once there's more information out, maybe I'll do like a follow-up video or something. I don't know, we'll see. But let me know what you thought about these people in the comments, what their signs were, what you thought about the show, what you thought about this video. I know it was kind of all over the place because we don't have all the information, and I'm sorry about that, but I did want to talk about it while it was still relevant and everyone's still catching up on it because it's just like such a fun thing to do. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you're subscribed to me, please engage with my comment. It helps me out so much. My channel views have been a little struggly, and when you comment and like and engage, it really helps me. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.